Okay, what in the hell did Modi just do? Okay, as you can see in my screen, India and the United States, they just, striked a long trade deal. It was delayed, but yeah, it happened. How and why did it happen? Okay, so apparently, Trump on his social media, Truth Social is his website. What he actually wrote is like, it was an honor to speak with Prime Minister Modi of India this morning. He is one of my greatest friends and a powerful and respected leader of his nation. We spoke about many things, including trade and ending the war with Russia and Ukraine. Okay, so what actually Trump meant in this tweet is like India and US, they had an immediate deal, like it will take an immediate effect, and the US will charge a reduced reciprocal tariff, lowering it from 25% to 18%, as you can see in the picture. A lot of people are actually, confused whether it's 25% to 18 or 50 to 18%. Apparently, the United States have actually they have put two different type of tariffs on India. 25% on the Indian goods coming to the US, and the rest 25% due to India, buying Russian oil. That's why they have put an additional of 25% tariffs on Indian goods. So basically they have lowered the tariff from 50% to 18% rather than 25 to 18%. And further in the tweet, the prime minister also committed to buy American at a much higher level, in addition to over $500 billion of US energy, technological, agricultural, and coal and many other products. Like, I think $500, that's a big exaggeration. It's like not going to be possible. But okay, so he also further tweeted, Prime Minister Modi and I are two people that get things done, something that cannot be said for most. Thank you for your attention to this matter. President Donald J. Trump. And in response, Narendra Modi actually tweeted, like confirming the deal. Wonderful to speak with my dear friend President Trump today. Delighted that made in India products will now have a reduced tariff of 18%. Yeah, so he has confirmed that the reduced tariff will be to 18%, like on every good. So, big thanks to President Trump on behalf of the 1.4 billion people of India for this wonderful announcement. Yeah, President Trump's leadership is vital for global peace, stability, and prosperity. I know how much of irony is there in this statement, but okay. India fully supports his efforts for peace. I don't know whether he's being sarcastic or not, but hmm, Trump has done the taco movement all over again. Like taco means like Trump always chickens out, and he has always been doing that with other countries. Like what happened with Greenland, like he took his states back in the Davos conference, and with the Ukraine war, of course, that's why President Trump can't stay much longer without lies. He's just a man made lies. That's it. Okay, and. Okay, so the deal happened, but what about how did the public of India, like how did the citizens, how did they react to it? So a lot of them were unhappy because they apparently thought the India would completely stop buying oil from Russia. And that's not completely true, because in this statement of Narendra Modi, he does not mention not buying oil or halting imports of oil from Russia. And this is one of the. As you can see, this dude has posted a video of a man dancing with the quote, once again, Modi in front of Trump. Okay, so what's the actual context behind this is that Modi actually is in the Epstein files. Like his name is mentioned on the Epstein files. And as you can see in one of those, files, someone whose name is redacted, who sent this email to Jeffrey Epstein, he knows Modi, told a funny story about another Indian high rank official here in New York trying to bribe policemen arrested for DUI. I mean, this was nothing. What the main context behind this is that Jeffrey Epstein, received this letter. In the eighth point, it said that the Indian Prime Minister Modi took advice and danced and sang in Israel for the benefit of the United States president. I know there's a lot of typo, but that's how they wrote it, I guess. So, what this line actually meant is that Modi and Netanyahu, they had a meeting in 2017 in Israel, and basically he sang, danced, and took advice of Epstein for the benefit of the US president just to get his approval, I guess. So that's why many people are like, taunting Modi, like, oh, he has danced in front of Trump, he's pleasing his master. Look, I'm not blaming anyone right now, but I think Modi did play a big game in this. He apparently, from Trump said that he agreed on not buying Russian oil. And whereas, meanwhile, Modi in his tweet has not mentioned anywhere that he'll be halting, the imports of oil from Russia. And I got to confirm it. Basically, first post, it's a news media. So they said that Russia says India has not committed to halting Russian oil imports. Russia said it has received no communication from India on stopping imports of Russian oil, contradicting US President Donald Trump's claim that such a commitment was part of a new India US trade deal. The Kremlin said it was unaware of any shift in India's oil strategy, noting that New Delhi has made no public statement regarding this. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has only welcomed the tariff reductions announced by the US. So yeah, you can see in this tweet, like, he has only addressed the tariffs, not about the deal, about anything. The only tariffs. So he's also skeptical about importing, stopping imports of Russian oil. So yeah, I think this was a big game changing move by Narendra Modi, and it was kind of appreciated. Like, I think it's a I think agreeing to this deal by Modi was not wrong, because we clearly know that uh, halting of Russian oil import to India is not gonna stop at all. And in this news by BBC, US President Donald Trump's decision to lower reciprocal tariffs on India from 50% to 18% has been met with a sense of relief in Asia's third largest economy. I don't think, like, it would be a sense of relief. I mean, compared to other countries like Pakistan, Bangladesh, or Indonesia, like, who have a reciprocal tariff of 19%, 20%, I think India has, got a relief. India has got relief in tariff from the United States. So I think, yeah, it's true. There is a sense of relief in Asia's third largest economy. India paid the highest tariffs in the world after Trump raised import duties on Indian goods from 25% to 50%. As I mentioned earlier, 50% due to, additional 25 on importing oil from Russia, despite being involved with Ukraine. Saying Delhi's purchase of discounted Russian oil was helping fund Moscow's war effort in Ukraine. After his call with India's Prime Minister on Monday, Trump claimed Narendra Modi had agreed to stop buying Russian oil and buy much more from the United States and potentially Venezuela. I mean, Venezuela is kind of his small colony. And why did US actually do this deal? Is because, according to US Secretary of Agricultural Brooke Rollins, under the deal, the US will export more American farm products to India's massive market, lifting prices and pumping cash into rural America. I don't know how is this going to help the Indian market. Because of this, Indian farmers might also face losses if we keep on importing American agricultural products, but I hope that stays in a deficit, like import deficit, I hope. Helping reduce the US's 1.3 billion agricultural trade deficit with India. But Delhi has refrained from commenting on this politically sensitive issue. Exactly. Why would Delhi even comment on this? Like, they know if they agree on buying agricultural products worth $1.3 billion, they know they'll have a huge and a tremendous pressure on the Indian farmers. It's actually written here. Greater access to farm produce was one of the biggest sticking points in the negotiation, given 50% of India's population depends on agriculture for livelihood. 50% of India's population depends on agriculture for livelihood. Like, India is like mostly a rural country, and we have a lot of farmers. And basically, agreeing to this deal would be a suicide, an agricultural suicide for India. So we hope that this deal, it stays in import deficit, and make it more, valuable for Indian farmers, so that they don't feel like their produce is going into waste. Until there is a joint statement, negotiated text, and clarity on enforceability, this should be treated as a political signal, not a concluded trade deal. Exactly. This is just a political signal. There is no confirmation from the Indian side that this deal is going to happen. It was just Donald Trump who has said all of the stuff, blabbering and exaggerating all of the deals. The $500 billion deal, I think that's probably exaggerated. Like he always does. He exaggerated and lies. That's what he do. And it's like I don't even know why Modi is like shaking hands with such a pedophile, but it's fine. So yeah, I think that was it in this topic. Tell me in the comments what do you guys think about this deal. Do you think it's Trump backing down against India, or was this a foolish move by Modi onto agreeing to this deal? All right, till now, I'ma see you. Peace out.
You looking down at the sky, all rise, all lies, vehemently scrutinized, wasn't meant to survive, but we standing and thrive. We here, love that reflection of that brown complexion, mocha honey, toffee and caramel.